I'm 30 years old.
You guys
Jesus
are
Christ.
correct.
I'm having a midlife.
30.
A quarter of a life.
I just
I'm
made
over
another
a quarter
video
of a life.
because Jesse's
30. I'm a
getting paid
third
because he messed
in.
up names
Hey there,
in the
Jay.
live
Zero
stream.
Comic Giants here. Welcome to a
Watch the
very
video if you don't know what I'm
self-indulgent
talking
video. I haven't done a sit-down real talk in forever. Anyway, no funny business, no snaps, no tricks. I want to let you guys in on what's been going on in my life. I just turned 30 years old. It was my birthday. Thank you guys for the birthday wishes, all the support. But yeah, I mean, I'm not too thrilled about it. Like, it's the death of a shooting star, or what do they say? All stars fade out eventually. Excuse the dank setup. It's a rainy day. It's a sad Sunday. This is like my blackjack microphone. I'm just trying stuff out. I just haven't been able to leave this couch. If you don't follow me on Twitter, I was sharing that I my knee up, like pretty bad. I've been dealing with constant chronic knee pain for the last like 3-4 years. And I used to reference it back in 2019 in old vlogs. I believe I tore my MCL on both knees, and it has just hurt to get out of bed. It's hurt to do anything, and it's been a huge deterrent for content. I really try not to make excuses. You guys know I've been through the ringer with health problems, whether it was like my brain injury when I was 21 years old, or my spleen throughout Sega series. I had to get surgery for that, and even in my past, you know, I burned my feet. I've been in a wheelchair. You know, crutches are nothing new to me. It just always feels like one thing after another. So for the last week and a half, I literally have not been able to leave this couch. Fortunately, I went to the ER and was able to get some x-rays. The bones are fine, but I'm gunning for an MRI hopefully within the next 2 weeks so I can find out what actually is wrong. Like I said, I think it's an MCL tear. I just want to know if I'm going to need surgery or not. At this point, it seems probable, but I'm hoping there's some conservative. I want relief bad. It sucks. It's hard to like want to do anything when you're just in constant pain, and I got a pretty high tolerance for it. It's just like the wear and tear is just bad. I mean, I literally can't walk at this point. But with that, I'm 30 years old. So this is part of the course. I wanted to talk about that. I wanted to, you know, I want the connection back with you guys. Like for my 30s, I've been doing a lot of thinking and reflecting. I'm kind of treating it like an end of the year type video where I want to let you guys with what I have planned for the channels, the second channel and my main, what's going on with the cameraman competition. So I hope you're just chilling and, you know, play me in the background and drop some likes if you want more videos that are like real Jesse, you know, because you're gonna have to get used to it because I'll be doing a lot more of this. So I want to look back, man. The 20s were a complete crapshoot. I did this pretty big Twitter post kind of expressing my thoughts because it's an emotional time, you know. Back in the day, this is when people would die. Like the lifespan for people was like 30 to 40 years old. Like you would be dying right around now, like 200, 300 years ago. So it's definitely weird. I don't want to be all self-defeatist. Like it's not so bad. I don't feel that different. Going from late 20s to now 30, it's not that big of a deal. But it is a chance to be like, okay, what do you want to change? Because my 20s were excessive, man. I was going so hard, grinding my face off, and like I'd be lying if I said I wasn't completely burned out, like completely spent. Couple thousand videos, being the actor, writer, director, editor for near everything. 2 videos a day, 30-minute episodes. Like not many, I don't think anyone can say they've done my career on YouTube. It's a very unique experience. It's been a roller coaster ride. I'm grateful to have done it with all you guys watching and my family and friends. But it's been a lot, man. It's been a lot of crap, a lot of confusion. You know, your 20s are marked with just trying to figure out what you want to do in life. And fortunately, I was lucky enough to like know YouTube was a thing, but it wasn't always a thing. I worked at a bank for quite a bit of time. I worked for my dad mowing lawns, and I worked at a plumbing shop as the shop. Not the best title, but I was cleaning pipes and just operating the store, which was pretty dirty. During college, I was very down on myself. I was a very insecure person. I dealt with weight issues for a long time, and I definitely had some alcohol gambling issues, man. I would head to the casino and gamble like my paychecks that I would earn my 2-week paycheck. I would gamble it away in an hour and lose it all. I'd be blackout drunk on most weekends in college and even after college. I was cheated on. I had a girlfriend live with me, and I was doing long distance with Juliet. And that ended, and Ella passed, and family members passed, and like a decade of life, just so much happens. And to be honest, if there's like a few takeaways that I wanted to share with you guys to hopefully help you in your life, just know that even when you look at other people, comparison is so bad these days. Just know, even when you look at somebody like me or other big YouTubers or, you know, people you look up to, just understand that it was not easy for any of us. And although it may look easy from the outside, it has been a struggle, and we also haven't always known what doing. I feel like we don't hear that part enough, but it's all been guesswork. Even when you hear me like bullheaded, like, yo, Psycho series, I had the plan since this time period and this, half of it was guesswork. Now, my virtual escape was, and there's a lot of things that are scripted and I had planned out, but I'm not fully 100% on, is this going to be successful? Is this going to blow up? Is this going to do well? So if you're thinking that you should just have all the answers suddenly, or like, you're like, how do they do it? It seems like they always know what they're doing, or how do they pull it? A lot of it is just boots on the ground, throwing at the wall, hoping it sticks. If it does, keep throwing it. And you're going to doubt yourself every step of the way, but you gotta be strong. You gotta grit your teeth and you gotta bite down and just start chewing, baby. It's gonna be tough. I think the 20s are the most miserable time of your life. And then I feel like things just get better as you start to like not give as much about certain things and other people, and then you start to refine really what it is you want to be doing. But even then, it's okay to pivot. It's okay to adapt and things to change. That's what this video is about. There's gonna be a lot changing. Some of it you guys might not be too thrilled about, but I'm thrilled about it. I want you guys to keep in mind that when you guys found me, generally 8 years ago, like when KCoStreams started popping off, I had already been doing YouTube for 8 full years. Yeah. So when you found me, I was only halfway into my career. I had been grinding for 8 years already. So I'm 16 years deep. And I know it's probably hard to fathom, but your guys' age might not be that far off from 16 years. I've been doing YouTube that long. I pretty much joined when the platform started. It just makes me think of Storyfire too. That's a whole nother doozy. But yeah, I felt like when KCoStreams took off, I was already like exhausted from just grinding on YouTube, doing series and stuff that never got any views. But finally I had something that really excited me and I had my shot. So 8 years of relentless grinding. And I'm tired. I can't say I'm as passionate about YouTube as I used to be. Like most things, you know, things get old, they get redundant. And maybe some of you guys felt like you feel that with some of the videos on the main channel. And trust me, creating it, I feel it too. I'm like, we kind of done this. We kind of did that. We did it already. You know, how many arguments can you have, or how many things can be destroyed? I want to let you in on the business side of things before I get into the plans for the channel. So naturally, I want more views. Everybody wants more views. For me, the thing that would get a lot of views would be the Psycho series. If you look at all the recent Psycho videos, just even in the last 3 years, they're the best performing videos on the channel. And even if they're not exactly a Psycho video, the ones that have crazy yelling and drama and me, my dad, and brother, or whoever freaking out on each other, those perform. Which, I hate to say it, is not the most fun to shoot. Fighting with your family, trust me, when I was in my early 20s and teens and antagonist.
Guys, I just want to say one thing. If Jesse did say some mean things to Swift, I bet you it's one of those case scenarios where it's like he didn't think it was mean, or he just thought he was being funny or a joke, but he didn't realize it actually upset Swift. I think that's probably the case. A lot of people do. Like, you say jokes, you say things that you think is funny and you think it's just a joke, but it can upset other people and you don't realize it. That's probably the case
world, and I got a lot of pent-up energy and angst. It was fun to say you to your dad and fight with your brother and all that. Now when you're older, you're like, you actually want to avoid fights, and even faking the drama is just not as fun. It's just like taxing. And then you're fighting with your real family, and I'd be lying if I said it doesn't bleed into the actual relationships. It just makes it weird. It's just not worth it anymore. My family's older. Like my mom and dad are like 60 years old. We've had health scares. My mom had the tumor, and she's been through the ringer with health issues, and my dad, we've had some close calls with big videos in which, you know, almost pops a blood vessel or he gets lightheaded, and like you really don't know. And that's always been a big fear. You gotta really worry about health now, and that was not as much of a concern over the last like 8 years. It's been like, let's get more views, let's push it, let's send Uncle Larry into a pool, let's just yell for 10 minutes straight in a video, and let's do this crazy stunt, and we could die. I ain't trying to die. Just for your guys' entertainment. I feel like we've definitely done a lot of things. I feel like we've done enough to where like we don't have to go as extreme, and ideally figure out new ways to do content that don't put as much on the line, which sadly does denote a difference in quality, because like you want extreme sacrifice to get the best work, but at this stage it's just like, oh my god, like it doesn't sound exciting to us. For those wanting to know what's next, what's the new series, what kind of content can we expect some level of consistency? I can't lie, I'm incapacitated right now, and it kills me, I know, because it's like, dude, it's one excuse after another. When are we going to get regular content again? And you are, but it's going to be not probably the content you want to hear about. Before we get into that, I want to talk about the McJuggerNuggets channel. I'm not abandoning the McJuggerNuggets
like
channel,
anything
but to
Jesse
be
puts
honest, I do feel like I can't post the videos I want to do. You've heard me complain about it with Storyfire. Obviously, Storyfire is just like not in the picture for me anymore. Deckchair runs it. I'm not affiliated with the company anymore. Brian and I, it was the big fallout and all that nonsense. This is not a video about Storyfire, but the core of why that existed is still true. I can't do gun stuff. I can't do blood stuff. It gets demonetized. It's just not worth it financially from the business standpoint. And when it gets demonetized or age restricted, the views come down. It gets suppressed. It doesn't reach all audiences. That's been a struggle. My passion, my heart wasn't in my virtual escape. It was great, and you guys loved it. As much as I would love to do a sequel or anything, it's not going to get as many views as you would hope. The reason why MV did well then is because we had the momentum. We had views coming off the clickbait, SEO, psycho videos in the series and all that. And then going into MVE, we still had enough views to go around. Now, if I was to do a really creative series, the views would be probably less than 100K each, and it would not be financially sustainable to do that big production. And I feel like it's not the right audience for YouTube. Correct me if I'm wrong, but name the amount of like actual episodic series channels that exist on YouTube that pull more than 100K views each. You might be able to name it on one hand, and even then they're probably having to do some kind of clickbait SEO stuff to get them to be seen. But I'll flash a bunch of thumbnails and views on here of all my artsy fartsy videos over the last few years and just look at the views. And then once again, I'll show you the very easy to churn out BS psycho videos, throwaway psycho videos that we've done over the years, and look at those views. So I want views, I'll do psycho videos. We actually will be doing some more, which I hope you are excited about. But I can't even commit to say we're gonna be doing a set amount. There just might be a random one for like Thanksgiving or Christmas or whenever something comes out that we're like, okay, this would make a good psycho video, or there's a new twist on an idea, just because we know they get the views. And that's what made the channel, right? We are coming up on the 10-year anniversary of Psycho Dead Destroys Xbox. I do want to do something special for that because that really put us on the map. So on McJuggerNuggets, there still might be throwaway psycho videos for views. Is it possible that like we get all hopped up in the views again and then we do full-blown Psycho Series 2, try to bring some reality back? It's possible. The weird thing is you hear me talk about it right now, but once we're in it, the majority might not have watched this video and they'll think it's legit.
Look, so if you want to clip this video,
whatever. I don't see that being the case, but you never know, right? Things change. But most importantly, I want to transition over to like real vlogs,
I like all his
real life videos. And if you notice, I've been doing that more and more. I gave Jeffrey and Uncle Larry 50K. Those were real videos. I retired my mom. I gave my dad a car. And by no means does that mean they're all going to be like me giving money or things like that. It's just something I was excited to do and I feel like would be interesting enough. But I want to do other real videos, real adventures with me and my fam. I want to get them involved again, but in a happy-go-lucky sense. Like, it was great having my dad come out for the cameraman competition and judging with us. Usually we're antagonistic, but in that one we were kind of on the same team and judging the competitors, which I'll talk about where that's at in a second. So yeah, real life adventures on the main channel. It's going to take some time to start getting them out because I don't want the people who want story related content and series to be disappointed. It's going to be a slow burn, especially because I can't commit to a schedule anymore. Every time I've tried, it hasn't worked out, and I think it's just because of my appetite. I would be exhausted doing daily videos again. Also, the algorithm just doesn't reward it anymore, unless you're doing like ridiculous. It's just not sustainable. And I can't commit to a schedule. I really wanted to go back to when I first got into YouTube. Some people get into this for money or views or whatever. I'm about to get emotional here. I wasn't sure if I was ever going to talk about this, but I really got into this because I loved it. And like, I loved creating something, whether it was a skit or just something I was excited about, passionate about, and I could just make whatever I wanted, and it really wasn't about adhering or appealing to any algorithm
so I can
or any
make this my
clickbait.
career, so I can do this all the time.
But YouTube. And a lot of the big YouTubers you see now, all that, that's the game. Big money, big numbers, and it's pretty miserable and soul-sucking chasing that, and it's something I found myself almost falling into a little bit with different styles of content, and I really can't stand it. I feel like there's been a heart missing in YouTube and with movies and TV recently, to where it's been not very inspiring, to say the least. I don't find as much emotional resonance with things, and I find that everyone's desperately chasing numbers as we get more and more addicted to social media and being multimillionaires. And I understand what I'm about to share will contradict that in a lot of ways, but I'll explain that it's not, because it does come from a very passionate place. Apologize for there not being coherence here. Losers will be like, the retention is this is what it's always been about. The connection with the audience, the real stuff. Even if we're doing stories, there's a heart to it, right? There's a lesson. But yeah, I want you guys to know real me. I want you guys to know the videos. And if they get less views, they get less views. But I want to get back to why I started this thing. For the love of it, for the passion, to reach out to people. That's what I want more of, because that's what gets me excited. Would it be great if they also got a lot of views? Yeah, of course. But I don't want the devil to have control again. And you might say, hey, that's narrative stuff. No, I'm talking metaphorically. It's always been a metaphor. I don't want to give him any more power and succumb to the ego stuff. It's stupid. But for the first 8 years of me on YouTube, I know it wasn't financially successful or, I didn't get views, but God, was a lot of fun. And it was it was more peaceful than the anxiety you feel in your brain now. And I feel bad for you guys that want to make YouTube a career and you feel like
Introducing Wells Fargo Premier. Banking, lending, and investing
but I'm sorry,
designed
guys,
around
it's
you.
something that's upsetting me. This
things
whole thing
in which
with
that
Jesse.
requires to make it successful are things you just don't want to do. Because it's just not what you thought YouTube was. Not what you thought content creation was. It's become so competitive and so saturated. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. The fact that you just can't do the Psycho series or My Virtual Escape now on YouTube without like making zero money or it never being seen, like that sucks. And I don't want to say that I'm struggling as a YouTuber because I'm not, but when you see somebody with over 4 million subs, couple billion views, been at this for 16 years, and like you see the views on the channel and you're like, what the heck? And then you're trying to come up, you're on the come up and trying to get any kind of views. Unless you're in the very right niche, it's so much harder now. In some ways it's easier if you're going the shorts route and all that, but what I'm really getting at is getting like big time. Like there's plenty of channels and ways you can make the career out of, like, say you got 50K subs and you're maybe make a modest living, but it just seems like to become a big name, it's a lot harder. Anyway, I'm starting to ramble a little bit, but that brings me to what I want my main focus to be. Some of you guys would be pissed. So the main channel will have like real life videos, which you guys are probably confused because I thought that's what this second channel was for. I don't want you guys to be confused. Drop some likes if you like this real. There's just so much to cover. I always wait so long to do these videos, and then I have way too much to talk about, and then it's just a jumbled mess where I need to do more of these so you guys fully understand. The main channel could have some Sega videos. There's going to be whatever I want on the main channel, and I'm going to slowly transition into that. But the second channel is going to be back to its roots of finance content.
Hip hip! Oh. Hip hip! Oh.
Don't all get too excited.
SpongeBob.
Don't start jumping for joy yet. There might be like a couple people that are like, let's go. I want to make money. There's a reason for this. And like I said, this is where you might be like, you contradicting. I've been passionate about finance and money and investing for a long time now. Ever since I sued CIO City for burning my feet, and I got like a check for like $40,000 as like an 8-year-old kid. I invested that then. My dad helped me, and it's always been so cool because it's almost like free money in a sense. You just put your money into something, you get so much money back, and it's just such a, like, it's incredible. It's, you don't have to work for it. The money works for you. That's exciting. So you can do nothing. You can retire and you can just play video games and sit and do nothing, right? Or you can just pursue the things you want to and not chase money. But I've kept this off camera for the longest time, but I've been a crypto degenerate for 7 years now. Whether it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, you name it. You go down the list, I've traded it. I've been a day trader. I've been for so many years. I've kept that secret, but it's been so much fun. I am a gambler at heart, but I love cryptocurrency. I get the same excitement about cryptocurrency that I got for YouTube in the beginning years, and I've just seen it blow up more and more and more. And right now, we're in a recession, in the bear market. Prices are coming down, but this is where the greatest opportunities of a lifetime happen for those that invest and for those that educate themselves in the space. I love this stuff. I was doing the finance videos a few years ago, but it was hard to balance with Storyfire, the main channel, and everything. And now I really want to go hard into this. I want to be one of the major crypto voices. I know it's the future, and I have so many experiences that people can learn from and education in the space. I have a lot of connections as well that I think people will be surprised about. This is really what matters most to me, is that when I'm making Psycho Series or Isaac with MVE, I look at what does the audience need. Well, everyone's struggling with family issues and wants to make a name for themselves with a career that they're passionate about, or some people struggle with addiction or depression, and you know, that was Isaac's story, or loss and grief. And The Devil Inside was about greed and ego and trying to make a tech platform blow up and selling your soul to the devil. And we've explored a lot of themes. However, the most important one right now that I sense from you guys watching is you guys need money, like real.
Most of us
You guys
realize.
need to figure out how to make a living in one of the hardest times ever to do so. Digital has been great, but in this recession now, and with all this inflation running amok, and nobody can buy a house right now because the mortgage rates
Inflation
or
sucks.
the
Gas
interest rates over
prices.
7%, and it's like, what do we
Freaking
do?
go
To where
grocery
usually
shopping,
when
get
I would
like
go out
10
in
items,
public,
that's
I'd
probably
meet a
costing
fan
close
who's
to
younger,
$100.
and we take a picture and
Ridiculous.
whatever. Now I
That's
meet
Joe
fans that are
Biden.
either in college who
I'm not
are
getting
looking to
college,
start a
but-
career of some kind and they have no
I was
idea
gonna
what to
say this.
do,
If we had
or
Trump, we
they're
wouldn't be
working
having
at
all
the
this
Chili's, at
inflation
the
and
Applebee's, at the Walmart.
just
They're
gonna leave it at
actually
that.
ringing me up instead of being in
been to
line with me.
Applebee's in, like,
All of them
times
say
since I
the
was a
same thing,
kid,
like, yeah,
regularly.
man, I used to watch you, but I got 2 jobs and I go to school. I don't take that personally. I'm like, well, good for you for, having to pay the bills. And it's that same thing that I had to do. And I had to get jobs and I was miserable and I wish I had more guidance. And the thing that got me to take YouTube seriously was a channel called Ziggy D Starcraft. And he did Starcraft videos, but on the side, he did these finance videos. And he said that he was able to make enough to pay rent off these videos. And that is what really inspired me to get going. And I don't know if I've ever said that, but it was like reports of PewDiePie. I say that, but really it was this guy, Ziggy D Starcraft. Shout out to him. I might have to like tweet him or something. I don't think I've ever reached out. I saw his videos. I'm like, wow, how transparent
I'm
of him to
subscribed
share
to
this.
PewDiePie. I
And
don't
then he
really
also
watch
gave
him, though.
tips on how to do it and changed my life. It really opened my mind up.
12 minutes.
And I feel like that's what you guys need, to where a good story is great. They can help us, right? Learning through the character's problems. But then reality hits. And I don't think my audience can appreciate a good story as much. You have no time for stories. You need help navigating the financial world, finding a career. You need realistic help. You need real stuff. You need a real connection. You need a real guide and mentor. And that's what I want to be for you guys. So I want to get back to finance videos, and that is what I want my main focus to be. Finance, crypto. I want to be a big crypto advocate because I do feel like it's one of the generational wealth opportunities of our lifetime. I want to help you guys make money, and I want to help coach you guys. I would like to maybe even potentially start a program where we can do one-on-one Zoom calls or Skype calls, whatever you want to do, we can just talk. Like therapy, and I can find out about your life. We can do Q&As and stuff. I can find out what's going on and see if I can help you. And I want to start giving back more to you guys, whether that's more giveaways, cash stuff, and that also means I do want to do more blackjack
hope he
streams. I have
does
so
more
much
fan
fun
mail
with those.
videos, too.
And that's because I'm just passionate about the
I would
game.
love
And it's
to
something I
send-
used to
send him
play
fan mail.
even before I turned 21.
Also, I don't know
This
if
is
I
a
said
lot
this
of
on
fun,
camera. I got my
and it's
MV
cool getting the
posted.
family together and just having
I
fun
haven't
with
opened it
them
yet
and
'cause I wanna
you guys
frame
coming
it
out
and
to
I
the
have to wait
streams. I
till
mean,
I
we've
leave
been
my
really
room.
putting a lot of production value into them. So as soon as I can stand again, we'll be back to blackjack streams. So stay tuned for those. They will still be on the McJuggerNuggets channel. We're going to be
I won't
streaming
be
them
able
on
for a
Facebook as
while.
well. We have a great older audience on there. I love you guys, anyone over from Facebook. And then we're going to start streaming on TikTok. So all the platforms will go live with the blackjack streams. We're going to have different guests, people from MVE, people from series throughout the years, friends of mine that maybe you've never even met. We're going to always bring fresh faces in for
Buzz.
blackjack and start to increase the prize giveaways. And who knows, maybe we can get actually like a streaming
to see,
deal
like,
at some
Uncle Larry and
point so we
Tom.
can
That would be
really
cool.
just have a blast with those. But I'm super excited for that. So to wrap all the
Even
future
though I don't
plans
watch your
up,
streams.
finance content, crypto content, drop some likes.
You could go to Grainger.com to find what you need to get the job done.
Gonna add-
Grainger, supplies and
guys.
solutions for every
Look,
industry.
I am sorry to Emily if she got offended by
We
what
are
Jesse
the
had said. But I think Jesse was not realizing
Pumped
he
for
was
that.
not
I
intentionally
know
trying
there's
to
people
hurt
that were disappointed that I
Jesse,
stopped
you know,
doing
hurt Emily,
those,
but-
and now that I'm back, you're super excited. I know it's not
Well,
for
like, 'cause it
everyone, but
probably
that's why you should be
weird for him, you
getting
know?
excited for the
He's
other stuff.
always
But for
known
those that
Thrift
say
as
it's
a
not for
dude,
everyone,
and all of a sudden,
it is
Thrift's
because
a
we all
woman.
need money.
Not all
I
of a
think
sudden,
people
you know
like
what I mean?
write it off because
Just
like,
find out
oh,
something
because it's just a
Thrift's
higher
being
barrier to
efficient.
entry. A lot of us don't
Probably
get
how he
that
was just
necessary
coping with it,
financial
you know,
education.
in a
It's
way.
something we all need to know about,
You know.
and it doesn't help to get refreshed
And he
on
probably
because
should
everybody's
apologize.
trying to
I'm not
make money
saying
in this
he
world
shouldn't
and work,
apologize
and
to
they don't want to
Thrift.
have to do stuff
probably
they don't
should
want
just
to do
clean-
for a living.
Hey, I'm
It's important
sorry.
everyone understands how this stuff
But it doesn't
works.
have to be
Please
online, so
subscribe
he
to
could
this channel.
apologize.
We're gonna
We
get
may
into
never
so
know, but
much
that doesn't mean
stuff
he
we
didn't.
barely even scratched the surface
I'm not trying
on
to say
for. And I would like to get to the point where there's at least maybe 2 to 3
minutes.
videos a week. And if things are really flowing, we get the daily videos. We'll have a couple editors on the team. Maybe you guys know how to edit and can jump in. But I'm super excited to go full-time finance
Juggy
and
Thunder.
crypto and all the good stuff with that.
we
I
don't
also
like
want to talk about the Airbnb and PA
like
has been
having his old
crushing it. I'm looking to maybe get more Airbnb Airbnb properties, be it more of a thing. And I wanted to show you guys that experience as well, because I feel like it's something that some of you guys can maybe tap into, and it's actually easier to get into than you might have thought. Even if you don't own a house, you don't need to own a house to do Airbnb. You can even do arbitrage with rental units, apartments, and things like that, all in due time. So we have that the Blackjack streams on the main channel. It might come over to the second channel. For now, it'll be on the McJuggerNuggets channel. There'll be Sega videos, there'll be vlogs, there'll be real life stuff, there'll be cool experiences. Ideally, my dad retires relatively soon. My mom's retired. I don't know about getting Jeffrey videos, but I know Uncle Larry and Tom, Joe Bumper Down, Ashley's around. We got Yeags here. A lot of exciting stuff on the main. However, like I said, just bear with me. I got to figure out what's going on with my knee. I'll let you guys know, because I might need surgery. I might be laid up, but that's not going to stop me from doing finance videos or more videos where I'm just sitting right here talking. And if you want to know more about the knee stuff, wear and tear through the 20s, man. I was running like 15 miles a week. I'm lifting. I'm doing insanity every day. It's called insanity. It's so hard on the joints, and it just wore and tore my knees, and I just retore it from moving furniture with Yeags. Just stupid stuff, man. Take care of your health, please. Please. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do for the views. But not anymore. Not anymore. The last thing I wanted to cover as far as content goes, because it's kind of off YouTube. I do keep tabs on the Reddit. I love a lot of you guys. You guys great insights, and you guys have my heart because you really love the stories. And a lot of people love My Virtual Escape as well, like Psycho Series, the really strong stories. And I don't want you guys to be sad, because trust me, that's never not in me, right? It's just, you see by now the frustration that comes with doing creative things, artistic things on YouTube. I can do them, but they might not get the views. But that's hard, right? To put your heart and soul into something and nobody sees it. I don't want to let you guys down, and I don't want to let that part of myself down. But as I've said before, YouTube is not the platform for it. And Storyfire isn't either. It's Netflix. It's HBO Max. It's Amazon. It's all the streaming platforms. That's where everybody, that's where even most of mainstream Hollywood is at. A lot of the Emmys and Oscars, they are movies and shows that were on streaming platforms. Even big blockbuster movies like a Top Gun Maverick that does really well in the box office, it's on streaming platform pretty quick. Or it's at least available for on demand, and you pay the $10, whatever, and you watch it at home. Everyone has a theater now, or at least a big screen TV and good sound. I want to write. I want to make a series for Netflix, for one of the streaming platforms. I want to make a movie. And I know I say it, but if you can't tell from this video, I'm tired of just saying it. 30 years old now, getting real, and I'm like, I have things I haven't got to do yet. We've done the series on YouTube. I know what I'm capable of. I know if I had the right budget, the right cast, the right crew, I can do this thing, man. I just need to be given a chance. And so there could come a time over the next year where Ashley and I'm like, yo, we're moving to LA for a month, rent a long-term Airbnb. And I'm pitching. I got a script ready. I got multiple scripts ready. I got a show ready. I got this ready. I got an anime written. You know, all this. I want to keep crafting that side and go traditional in that regard. So that way the series, the core stuff doesn't die in me. So that's the full game plan. And I'm rarely ever this transparent. So once again, give me some love in the comments. Subscribe, drop some likes, and share this around if people are wondering, what the McJuggerNuggets, where's he at, what's going on? This is what's happening. So we're doing, it's the three-prong approach. The crypto finance, because the RPMs are juicy AF, aka how much I'll make, which is like good. We need money coming in so I can make more cool stuff. So finance, crypto, that's the Jesse Tyler Ridgeway channel. Real life videos, Sega videos, pretty much whatever I'm passionate about will still come out on the McJuggerNuggets channel. Could you get some serious stuff on the McJuggerNuggets channel still? Yeah, cool. You know, you might get a little Ursula action or random Christmas series or a little Devil Inside, something, some one-offs. And so you still get the jollies there. I'll still have videos coming out on TikTok and Facebook for you guys that follow me there. I encourage you to do so if you don't. And we do have a shorts channel as well if you guys want to check out nostalgia short form videos. But like I said, the finish, I'll be writing series, maybe a movie, and I would like to see if I can pull something off, get something into production at some point. I know it's a lot to balance. See what we can do there. That's the plan. I hope you're excited. I'm super excited. Might not believe me. Maybe you do. You're like, he's not. He does this video, and then 2 weeks from now, he hasn't done anything. If that happens, it's because my niece. That's what I wanted to share with you guys. The last thing is about the cameraman competition. We last left it where I did a poll on Twitter, and you guys said it was between Angel and Tozo. That's how all the judges felt. We thought those were the two best candidates. Everyone else that came out, thank you. Unfortunately, you didn't make the cut, and it's down to these two finalists. So believe it or not, one of them has edited this video. Also, I announced that Dom does edit for me and has for a while now. All three of them are editing this video. I'm not going to say who edited this one that you're all watching. However, I would encourage you, there's links in the description below. Watch the other edits of this video. I know it might get redundant watching this video over again, but if you really want to help decide these guys' fate and see who's the better editor for the finance videos coming forward, or just even McJuggerNuggets content, whose style do you like more? Click those unlisted videos and let me know whose you liked. I don't know. I have no idea what's going to happen. Really just pick based on who has the better flow, who has the best B-roll, all that good stuff. And we'll have a winner, because I want a jack of all trades. I want somebody who can film videos, who can edit. And so this is the first time we've ever done this as an editing competition. I'm looking forward to seeing who really comes to the table with the best. But yeah, whoever is the best will more than likely get a full-time position. Nothing set in stone. There might be a few more tests, but I'm ready to rock and roll. But just sound off in the comments which edit you like the best. And let me know, guys, down below, your thoughts on all the plan. If you like this video, maybe you're like, yo, have you ever thought about maybe doing this? Because I'm always open, you know. I've changed my mind and done so many different things over the years that, like, something new could come to the table and I'm like, yo, that's good. And as far as finance videos, let me know if there's anything I specifically can help you with. If there's a topic you really want me to cover next, you know, you want to break into, you know, ETFs or which cryptocurrencies to pick, or how to navigate this recession, this bear market, or when you should buy a house, or how to go about that, or should I rent versus buy, let me know. There's so much to cover there, and I'm pumped to get into it. Lastly, thank you guys for bearing with me throughout all these years, especially with my burnout over these years. I feel like I've just been, whether I've had betrayals with business partners or friends or camera people, or just the grind of content and endless everything. And I'm sure you guys even feel it, not from a creator, just from the burnout of just social media. Your brain's probably fried. You're anxious all the time and you don't know why. And it's a social media game, man. We don't know the long-term effects of chronic usage, and I don't think it's good for any of us. I appreciate you guys being with me so many years later. A lot of you guys have been watching for 7-8 years now. That really means the world. You guys have kept me going, and that's why I still want to do all this stuff. It is for me, but I just really feel so, I don't want to say obligated, because it's not obligation. It's just I owe you guys everything. I really feel that. And it's like a guilt. It's like a guilt most days of, like, I'm letting them down. You guys have expectations. There's things you want. And what a blessed position to be in that you guys would want anything from me, because I really never thought that I fully deserved any of it. So I love you guys, truly. I hope you know that. And you're not alone. We're all struggling together. And let's struggle some more. Let's do another 10 years of it. But it's going to be different. You guys are going to see the finance Jess. You're going to see more of the real me, the full sides. Because it's the last thing I'll touch, is I want you guys to actually trust me. For me, real Jesse, I don't think I fully see what you guys see, because you guys have mostly seen character stuff. And, like, I know the real me. And I feel like you guys have seen it in drips and drabs, and you guys still sometimes question. I'm like, well, that sucks. Like, you don't know me, or feel like you don't. And I don't want that to be the case. I want you guys to trust me. And I want other creators in the space to, like, know who I am and know how good of a person I can be and how well-intentioned I am, and that, you know, I really want to help people. And that's what I want to get into. I don't want people to, when we were doing Storyfire, they're like, oh, isn't that the kid that faked all the series and his dad shot his dad? And isn't he just like kind of stupid, or like, you know, he just does stuff for view? You know, I don't even know what people think half the time, because to me it's always been fun and been playing character in series, and I feel like I would like this new iteration of McJuggerNuggets for people to be like, oh, yeah, he's cool. I trust him. He's one of the best people I know in the space. That would be cool, to actually feel respected by my peers. I got to prove it, right? I can't just say it and earn it. I got to earn that, and I want to earn it from you guys. I want you guys to be like, oh, yeah, like, no funny business, right? Anyway, guys, I love you all to death. I really do. And don't forget to keep it rigid. I'm excited for the future and for my 30s. It's slightly hard to say, but I'm turning 30. If you guys are still young, chase your dreams now. Deal with the exhaustion later. It was totally worth it. And if you're like drinking, partying, doing all that stuff, that's fine. But if you have goals, if you have things deep down you know you want to do, this is not the time to treat it like a homework assignment and procrasthinate. Get it done now and then have fun later. Or else you're going to slowly hate yourself that you didn't pull the trigger and try the hard thing. Stop dwelling. Stop worrying about what happened when you were 16 or when you were 18 or the mistake you made when you were 20 or 21. Focus on the future. Do as much as you can without killing yourself. And you'll be very glad you did. Because trust me, with each passing year, it's going to get harder and harder. You're going to get older and older, more cynical, and you're not going to do the bold, crazy things that you need to do to really get your off the ground. Bye. I'm going to go crush my take a dump.
Before a world.
Look, guys, I just want to say one more thing in this drama. I know I was talking about it a lot, but it's just something that really upsets me. I think what happened, look, I know Jesse's not perfect. I'm not trying to say he is perfect. We all make mistakes. But you guys remember the video Jesse made reacting to Swift's coming out video. You saw how he was. I know people say, oh, he could have been acting. He could have, but I believe he's genuine. We've seen in his videos how he always kind of like pick on Swift and stuff. I mean, I never was a fan of that, but I'm sure that's probably what he did off camera too, and I don't think he meant harm by it. I don't think Jesse would intentionally try to like upset Swift. Like, I've had people do that for me before. Like, they would say things thinking like it's no big deal or like it wasn't that serious, but to that person you say it to is serious. You know, that's probably how it is with this situation. I think we need to just let it go and move on. It was a mistake. Jesse probably should apologize. He should apologize to Swift, you know, because it upset Swift, but I don't think it's as big a deal if it's being made out to be. And I just think, you know, like I said, I don't see Jesse intentionally hurting anyone. Like, of all his past, all his videos, there's never been any indication that he was, you know, ever like transphobic or homophobic or racist, any sort of shape or form. No, look at how he was with what's her name? The Daddy Chill person. I can't think of a name. Some Tiffany Jade. You know, if he was homophobic or transphobic or whatever, he wouldn't have had Tiffany Jade in videos of working in the office, would he? Like, look, guys, YouTubers get hate all the time. It's just an unfortunate fact of life, but you don't have to continue to put hate on them too. And don't be creating freaking Twitter accounts like this one asshole did. Cancel McJuggerNuggets. Like, get a life, you know? I love Jesse. I don't believe he's this bad guy or transphobic. I think he probably just made mistakes, said some things he didn't realize offended Swift or upset Swift. I think that's probably the case here. Because I can't see, come on, you really going to tell me you believe Jesse is this horrible person that was so mean to Swift? Like I said, yeah, he messed with Swift. He's picked on Swift. But I believe he generally cared about Swift and loved Swift and, you know, really valued him. You know? And I'm sorry to Swift that got upset from things Jesse done in the past. But it is in the past. I don't, like I said, I don't believe anything was intentional if things did happen. You know, I'm not saying Swift's lying or anything, but unfortunately that does happen with YouTubers, you know. I think the case is if Swift wants to continue and come up with proof and continue this drama, that's totally up to her, but I think we should let it go. He made a mistake. It was an intentional mistake. He wasn't even talking about Swift. He just accidentally mixed up Jeffrey Dahmer's name and Swift's name. I get it, Jeffrey Dahmer is a killer who ate people, but it's really not that serious. With that being said, I'm excited for the future of his content. I'm sorry I didn't pause the video much, but it's getting long, and I'm going to end it now, so I don't want to get cut off. But I love you anyway so much. Follow me on my socials. Follow Con, Insta, subscribe to Josh, subscribe to _Juggy, subscribe to Cosmic, subscribe to Dan, subscribe to Jacob, subscribe to Caleb. Guys, please subscribe to me. Please like and please comment. I'm sorry. That's all I really could think about throughout the video. It's a little bit upsetting to me, but I'm better with it now. I love you anyway so much. Can't wait for future content, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.